Good day, everyone. Today we will proceed to the final topic for this semester. It is all about the authentic art assessment. But let me first read our learning outcomes. First, understand the importance and how to implement diagnostic, formative, and summative types of assessment. Second, identify the different sources of assessment information in an art class. Third, create and use rubrics for performance-based assessment. Now, what is art assessment? Art assessment can vary among school programs and grade levels of the student. It means art assessment is the process of evaluating and assessing the student knowledge and skills. Ang layunin po ng art assessment na ito ay upang masukat ang kaalaman at kasanayan ng mga bata sa pagpipinta, pagguhit, o eskultura, maging ang pagiging malikhain and their ability to think critically. And now, we have three types of assessment. The first one is the diagnostic assessment, the second is formative assessment, and the summative assessment. And now I am going to discuss what is the difference between these three types of assessment. First, the diagnostic assessment. This is done in the beginning of a classes or school year to determine students' readiness for the set learning objectives. Dito po sa diagnostic assessment, ito po ay isinasagawa tuwing bago mag-umpisa ang klase. Binibigay ito ng mga guro upang malaman kung hanggang saan ang kaalaman ng mga bata. Para kapag ang teacher ay makapag-adjust kung ano ang dapat niyang ituro sa mga bata. Ang example po nito na ibinibigay ay yung mga diagnostic test at pretest. Next, for the formative assessment. This is done to understand the children's learning achievements and to confirm and review the content of the lesson immediately. Dito po sa formative assessment, ito po ay during classes where the teacher can check the prior knowledge of the students. Dito po, the teacher asks the student to explain the lesson and the student also responds for the teacher question. Next, the summative assessment. This is performed at the end of the lesson or chapter in order to check students' level of achievement of the learning objective. Dito po sa summative, ito po ay binibigay tuwing matatapos na po ang school year. Nandito po sa summative assessment, ito po yung final examinations, mga post-test, at para malaman ng teacher kung hanggang saan ang kanyang natutunan or nalaman sa mga aralin. Okay, what is the difference between the types of assessment? First, in the diagnostic test, this is done bago magsimula ang klase or school year. Sa formative naman, dito yung the student progress. Minomonitor ng teacher ang progress ng mga student. Dito naman sa summative assessment, ito ay binibigay tuwing matatapos na ang chapter para ma-check ng teacher kung hanggang saan ang level of achievement na natutunan ng mga bata. And now, let's proceed to the sources of assessment information. We have types or sources of assessment information. It is based on the Teaching for Artistic Behavior or TOB by Douglas and Waki 2018 and the Art Teacher Survival by Hume 2008. And the first type of source assessment is the observation. Authentic assessment in arts start from the student way of thinking toward his or her artworks. First, what is authentic assessment? Ano ba ang authentic assessment? Ito po yung actual work ng student. Ito po yung mga artwork kagaya na like painting, drawing, etc. Um, ang authentic assessment ay nagsisimula kung paano mag-isip ang mga bata. Kung ano ang idea nila upang makabuo sila ng kanilang artwork. Also, art teachers should take into consideration their observation of the child's attitude, discipline, engagement, and creative process. Dito, ang gawain ng teacher ay obserbahan ang attitude ng mga bata. Hindi lang sa pag-observe ng actual work ng mga bata ng kanilang artwork. Also, ang teacher, inoobserbahan din niya yung attitude, discipline, kung paano sila makipag-engage to each other, tapos, o kung gaano sila ka-creative. And next type of source assessment information is the conversation. Young students, especially those in kindergarten and primary grades, are still learning how to communicate their thoughts into pictures or words. Gaya po ng sa kindergarten and primary grades, nag-uumpisa pa lang sila kung paano sila makipag-communicate sa teacher, sa classmates, maging sa kanilang artworks. So, sa mga bata, syempre po, magdo-drawing sila. Hindi pa nila alam kung paano nila i-explain kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng kanilang artwork. So, as a teacher, kailangan po natin silang tanungin isa-isa. Tanungin natin kung bakit ito at kung bakit ito yung drawing niya, bakit ito yung ginawa niya, bakit ito yung pinili niya, paano niya ito ginawa. Okay. Dahil sa kindergarten and primary levels, kailangan muna natin silang dahan-dahanin para matuto sila sa pakikipag-communicate ng kanilang artwork. As a teacher, pwede natin silang kausapin as by pair, by group, or one-on-one. Okay? And now, let's proceed to the authentic assessment. Ito na yon. Ibig sabihin, authentic assessment in art means using the actual work as a basis for evaluation and not written multiple exams which are easy to grade or record. Ibig sabihin, ang authentic art assessment, it is the actual work of the students. Hindi po ito katulad ng written exams na nagsasagot ng final examination ng mga multiple choice and etc. Ito po ay actual work of students. Nandito yung mga artworks like drawing, painting, sculpture, and etc. The first types of assessment, authentic assessment, is individual plates or project. Student individual works are usually called plates. Ibig sabihin po, yung mga ginagawa ng mga student individual ay tinatawag na plates. Projects are commonly referred to as a plates that would take long session to make. Project can be individual, pair, or by group. Sa ginagawa ng mga batang individual works, tinatawag itong plates or project, kung saan nagkakaroon sila ng long time para gawin yung project nila. At maging yung project ay isinasagawa as individual, pair, or by group. Next is the types of authentic assessment is the portfolio building. A portfolio is basically a curated compilation of plates and projects. Ito po yung pagko-compile and pag-organize ng mga outputs, activities, or artworks ng mga bata. In a classroom setup, a student portfolio is the best and most effective way to organize and track students' progress. It contains work from the beginning of the year up to the final plate. Ibig sabihin, ang portfolio building, ito po yung mga ginawang artwork na kailangan ipag-compile bago matapos ang taon. Kagaya po sa amin, sa BE Ed 3, Miss A, as na gumawa kami ng portfolio kung saan lahat ng mga activities or artworks na aming ginawa ay ko-compile namin doon sa portfolio na yan. Dito makikita yung creativity of the students. Next is the live demonstration. Live demonstration or the on-the-spot events are very interactive and also impressive, as you can see the creative process and the skills of the student. Dito po sa live demonstration, ito po yung on-the-spot na nagpe-paint ka, nagdo-drawing ka. Makikita dito kung gaano ka gagaling sa pag-drawing or pagpe-painting. And next, the art exhibition. It is an event where all students gather their work display in a curated way in a school or the gallery. Ito po na after gumawa ng mga artworks sa drawing, painting, yung mga sculpture, at iba pa, pwede dito yung buong section, i-display nila yung artworks nila sa school or sa gallery. Or pwede din by section, sa isang section pipili ang teacher ng pinaka the best na paintings or artworks na i-display dito sa school or the gallery. It is the example of the school art gallery. Nandyan yung mga painting. Ang gagawin mo is you observe and to explain the thoughts of what is drawing in paano sinasabi ng painting. Next is the community-based art. It is also called art as a social function. This is an art project that involves people outside the school. Okay, hindi lang po sa school ginagawa ang arts. Meron din sa labas. This include families, friends, and in partnership of beneficiary or institution. Okay. Dito po, sa arts, ito po yung may sa mga pader na dinodrawing nila or pinipaint. Kasama dito yung mga friends mo, family, and partnership. Ito po yung example. Yan. Nagdodrawing sila sa mga pader. Meron po nito, may nakita po akong ganito doon po sa Tansa, bago po makarating sa SM Tansa. Yan, magandang artworks. And the written works. What is written works? These are the artist's statements, self-reflections, sketches, planning, and other form of self-evaluation. Okay, dito sa written works, ito na yung statement natin or masasabi natin sa artworks natin. Pwede dito yung reflection, also the sketch, yung mga sketch mong drawing or plano mo bago mo ginawa ang artwork, and other forms for self-evaluation. And that's for all. And the next topic will be discussed by Rica Jane Amasio. Thank you.